Here we are on the internet. Hackwees.
Hackwees. Hey, I'm in my second outfit of the day because I absolutely spilt cereal milk on myself this morning.
Good job.
I'm a
I just
pro.
finished drinking a smoothie, so
Yeah.
apparently that's not a good thing to do right before you need to use your voice.
What?
Learning. Yeah.
What?
Apparently
I
drinking a
don't know.
really thick smoothie right before you have to use your voice is a bad idea.
Okay, sure. I have ginger ale. Does that count?
That's a better choice than a smoothie.
Okay. Fair. Guys, welcome in. Hello to everyone in chat and everyone who's made it into the live. We're going to do a live monthly podcast. It's been 4-5 days.
Yeah, since what, Wednesday? 4 days?
Wednesday, this time Wednesday. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So yeah, 4 days.
4 days.
Four full 24-hour cycles, and I have way more than Diana.
Yeah, I don't know how that happens. I just picked a couple things and worked on them.
I know
it's
exactly
only been
how
4
this
days.
happens. I get into grooves. It's because it's staggered into my day, so it's a part of my schedule. Like I get up in the morning and I work on my morning project, and then I stream for the day, or I do my computer work for the day, and then I have my relaxing knitting while I'm waiting for supper to finish cooking, or while I'm talking on the phone to my mom, or the other things I'm doing for the day. And then I have my squares, which I work on in the evening while I'm listening to the news. So like my crafting is scheduled as a part of my day.
Yeah, my downtime this week has been sleeping. I've been trying
relaxing.
very hard not to get sick, and I've succeeded. But it meant that I slept a lot this week and did not knit.
Yes, fair. That's a thing too. So I don't know. For me, well, you know me, I just function better if my day is as crammed full as possible. I just do, and that's fine. It's just who I am. It's not the end of the world. It also means that I probably, like my father, will be very bad at retiring.
I suspect so.
I suspect I will not be any good at it. Slowing down is probably not in the cards for me. Okay, cool. It is what it is. Shall we begin an episode? Or would you like to say hi to everyone in chat first?
I was about to say hi to everyone in chat. Hello, good morning, afternoon, evening to Susanna, Asa, Ashton, Knitting Purple. Yep, that's everybody in chat. Okay, they're just having a very long conversation.
Totally fair. I have no idea what's being said.
Carry on and don't let me interrupt.
Don't mind us, guys. We'll just sit here in the corner and talk to ourselves. We're good to go. Yeah. Guys, welcome to the Northern Knits podcast. We're two friends in fiber who knit, craft, crochet, and talk everything in between. My name is Jocelyn, and my co-host is
Diana.
I'm told it's episode 418 today.
That's a big number.
It's a very big number when I say it like that, which is accurate. I am running on 2 hours of sleep, so I'm going to try to take a nap after this. I couldn't even try to sleep in, like in the morning. Like I couldn't just like stay in bed and see maybe I got tired enough to fall asleep in the morning once the sun came up, because I had a 9 a.m. Yeah, 9 a.m. my time check-in with Louise for the Granny Square Challenge this year. So I had a Zoom call at 9 this morning.
Amazing. Just, wow. It's too much.
My life is busy, and that's the way as I likes it. So I know for sure that I'm going to have to go a lot, because you said you had 2 items plus Whip It or Rip It?
Yeah. Let me make sure that that is an accurate statement. In fact, yes, 2 items and Whip It or Rip It.
2 items and a Whip It or Rip It. Okay, cool. Yeah, I see how it is. All right. I'll go first, and we'll go with some wins, because it's been 4 days, so I have 2 FOs.
Gonna tell you guys right now, there are no FOs for me. Did not finish anything.
Well, it's what I normally do. Like I start a bunch of stuff, and then I putter with a bunch of stuff, and then all of a sudden a bunch of stuff is done all at the same time. That's normal. That's just a part of how I hobby, right? First up, I gotta leave off screen. We're at a very small desk, people. I have a very small desk. I have one completed, seamed together, and the ends are woven in. That's right. Who am I? Who am I? Beetle mood snood. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this.
That
Look at
looks
my
so
snood.
cozy.
Just in time for spring. Yes, fine. It's fingering held double, so it's a DK weight tube. See, tube. We're all excited. I will melt to death if I wear this inside the apartment. I used a strand of boucle held all the way through. That's the white. And then according to the pattern, I alternated from color A. We hold color A all the way through, and then color B and color C you rotate. So you do color B for a bit, then you switch to color C, then you switch back to color B. I went back to color B when I was out of color C, and I used up color B till it was gone. There are no scrappy leftovers.
Nice.
Just doesn't exist. So I have one fully finished snood that's ready for a bath when I wash all of my winter garments, which I'll start this week-ish. And then it'll be put away for the season because we're in mild Manitoba spring weather. So it's like -1 or 2, +3 or 4, like super mellow temps.
Mhm.
So I'm wearing my spring coat. That's the time of year we're at for me. I'm in spring coat wearing weather. I don't remember who the bouquet is from. It's a small farm that I bought. I bought it with you one year. Do you remember where we were at when I bought it? I don't even remember what festival we were at. Maybe Manitoba? Possibly Edmonton? I think Manitoba.
I mean, there's limited choices because we were there together.
We're pretty much limited to Manitoba or Edmonton.
Uh-huh.
They're the only place. We did one
feel
Knit
like-
City, and I definitely did not buy this in Knit City.
No, I
No.
feel like it was more recent than the last time I went to Edmonton, so I'm going to say Manitoba.
Manitoba? Probably Manitoba. So, there we go.
Because
I
Edmonton
have
was a couple years ago.
A new winter garment. Super excited. The colored strands is a strand of Pinot Noir on the tweed fingering weight base from Erin of Fireweed Fabrico. And the light colored in the middle that you can't see the sparkle on is the discontinued sparkle base that was once carried by Erin of Fireweed Fabrico. So one more winter accessory in the books. I gotta weigh that and I just have to take the yarn weights out of my stash. That means that my stash update video is already out of date and it's not even gone live yet. Woohoo! Jeez.
We love it.
Of course. The other FO is 50 billion times cuter. 50 billion times cuter. And not even remotely practical.
Even better.
It's not even remote. Hello, why do I already have yarn?
Did you
wrapped
finish
around
the
you?
couch?
I finished the couch. Are you guys ready for this?
Oh
Look,
my goodness.
It's a Kleenex box cover that is also a couch.
That's
Look at that.
amazing.
I kind of overstuffed the back of it, so I had to like stick some sticks in there to keep it upright because she's a little top heavy. So I was a little aggressive with the stuffing.
Whatever. It looks so cute.
Fine. It looks stupid adorable. I did take a photo of this, the Kleenex box, living in its home on the fireplace, which I will post to Instagram here probably on Monday, I suspect. But there you go. Complete with pillows. Complete with little pillows. We've got pillows.
Oh, they're removable.
I didn't tack them down. I was like, nah, I don't want to tack them down. There you go. I can
That
now
is too
pull my
cute.
Kleenex out of a Kleenex box or a couch. My choice. I have more than one Kleenex box out in my living room space. I use a lot of Kleenex. So thanks to Asa for showing me that couch patterns exist for Kleenex box covers, because that had to happen. It used almost a whole ball of that red yarn. Like I had a
Really?
100-gram ball of that red yarn, and it's almost entirely gone.
It doesn't seem like it would
sucked
use
up
that much.
A lot of yarn. It uses a lot. It uses a lot more than I thought it was going to, but whew, my goodness. I mean, not that I'm sad about it, because again, that was some impeccable. It was scraps. I needed to use it up, so I have no problems with this. So I go. My two FOs. I finished a snood that should have taken me like a week and a half or less, and a couch that honestly should have taken 5 hours. That took me, what, 2 weeks? A week?
Yeah, whatever, it got done.
That's fine. That's 2 FOs. I'm going to see if they fit anywhere on my Spring Equinox bingo card. I don't know if I put toy FO or if I just have an FO on there. Because like if I just have a finished object, I'm putting that couch in. Putting that couch in. It counts. I woven the ends on that thing. You should have seen me stuffing it because I had the base of the tissue box cover sewn together, and then I put it on the tissue box, and then I used that tissue box with the cover on it to stabilize the base of the couch so that I could attach the back and the armrests. But before the armrests were attached, the back was super floppy. So I'm like sitting here hand sewing this armrest on Saturday going, could you please stop falling backwards? My first armrest was very crooked. It was very crooked. We had to redo it.
Oh dear. Can't have a crooked armrest.
I was like, who assembled this and how much beer did they have before they did it? It's not good.
I think there were a couple of tequila shots here.
That may have been accurate for that. So we're done. We have 2 FOs, and that's the big thing. I still have 2 more things before Whip It or Rip It. And I have our fail along to talk about too. I'm assuming the fail along is one of your 2 things?
Yeah, it is.
Cool. I'll keep going then. Watch me lean off screen again. Guys, the desk is small.
Also saying she ripped back her baby blanket and started another baby blanket pattern. The lace did not work for me at the moment.
Fair. You're not always in a lace frame of mind. Do you remember how last time I was showing that I had a stripe, like I had a strip of blanket sewn together? Big old strip of blanket?
Mm-hmm.
I have 2 strips of blanket sewn together.
Nice, nice.
I have 1 more section of 3 large squares to finish and sew together. I'm hoping to get that done this week so that next week or the week after, for however long the beige yarn holds out, I'm going to have as much assembled as possible. Then I can lay it out on the bed and see if I need to add additional rows to the outside to get the right volume of magazine drape. I don't like it when you're under a blanket and then there's that gap for air to come through if you're sharing your bed with somebody else.
Yeah.
Or there's no gap in the middle and you're not quite covered on the outside of you. And I'm a warm human, so like I don't want people near me when I'm sleeping because I get hot and uncomfortable. I don't like it. But I know I need drape, so like other people don't necessarily also have to just deal with the fact that my blankets come on and off all freaking night long. It's a nightmare. It's just a nightmare. So my bed looks like it comes out of a magazine, but it means I can sleep 2 people comfortably underneath it. And we don't have air gaps. We don't have blanket hugging situational issues because if you have a person who mummies, you can still sleep under and not be a mummy and still have a blanket. Now, I don't make enough drape for 2 mummies to occur. It's like one or the other.
I'm trying to sell Mr. Diana on the concept of a king-size duvet for a queen-size bed. Mm-hmm. And he seems resistant to this for some reason, even though it means we could both burrito at the same time and not have to fight over the blanket.
Yeah, it's a logic math thing. How does he not understand a logic math thing? He's freaking he works with robots. It is nothing but math.
But he doesn't like how it looks when it drapes over the side. I'm like,
he doesn't like a really
that we do.
Well, there's that question. Like, do you guys even make your bed? There's that whole issue.
Yeah, sort of a half-assed attempt. I just kind of don't care.
He doesn't like a nice looking bed. Like, is he anti nice looking bed?
He just doesn't care. I also don't particularly care unless we're gonna have guests that maybe might see it.
If he doesn't care, then why would he care if you have a king-size duvet?
I don't know.
You can't say you don't care and then express an emotion of caring. That's lying. That's lying.
I don't get
it. Liar, pants on fire.
Might just get a king-size duvet and call it a day.
Just get one. And when he goes, well, why'd you do that? You could be like, you said you didn't care. I took you at your word.
Because cozy.
God, because yeah, you guys are both burritoers. Like, you need more comforter. Otherwise, you can't comfortably burrito.
Also says, I can't understand the one large duvet / blanket. I need my own. It's more usual with 2 single blankets here. Yeah, to North America, that would be so weird. Like, people would ask if you, like, are having marriage problems if you have 2 different blankets.
Fair. I had...
Like, it's such a stupid thing.
I heard a sound and I was like, what is my cat doing? Nope, she's not doing anything. I had one partner, him and I, we slept under different blankets. Why? Because he was a tosser and turner, and no. We never had any issues. It was no, but everyone's like, oh, but 2 blankets. And he's like, yeah. He's like, yeah. I'm not going to steal the blanket from her, which will cause her to get angry and punch me, because I would wake up and just sort of like shove him out of bed. Take a spot. If you're going to be that rude, I'm going to be rude right back at you. Or I'd steal his pillow. And he had the buckwheat hull pillow. So we were always fighting over the buckwheat hull pillow. No, separate blankets. Ideally, separate blankets. Then you don't have to share. Like, why? Why would you make your life more difficult when you don't have to? When you don't have to. Unnecessary. Unnecessary. I don't understand. I'm with Asa. The lack of practicality sometimes astonishes me.
I agree. It makes way more logical sense.
You just have the 2 blankets on top of the bed. It's not like people are gonna know there's 2 blankets on top of the bed unless you tell them.
I guess.
Maybe you've got one blanket on and then you do the other where you fold the thing and you have the other blanket at the bottom third of the bed where it looks like it's just there as a decorative blanket and you just don't tell people it's a used blanket.
I have a weighted blanket that I really like. He super hates it. I love the weighted blanket.
It just makes so much sense for me. Like, why wouldn't... Okay. Boys are weird.
Boys are so weird. Anyway.
Yes, I'm just drinking out of the 2-liter. I don't share my pop bottles with people, so it's fine.
Should I talk about a knitted thing?
Glasses. Yes, because now I'm down to the fail along and a project and the whip and a ribbit.
All right. As we record.
4 days, and I did a lot. Those 4 days.
Yeah, I danced and I slept is largely what I have done since we last recorded. Out of the way here, string. As we record, I have cast on the front panel for my vintage pullover. So the back panel is all finished and off on waist yarn, and I wound 2 more balls and started my front panel. So yes, I'm gonna have to wind more yarn when I get to the sleeves. I'll burn that bridge when I come to it.
Fair. It looks good though. I'm so glad you're making progress.
I'm very happy. I have just about 2 inches of the 4 inches I need. And I realized as I started this row that on the back panel I did a selvage edge where I slipped the first stitch of each row, and I have not been doing that, so I'm going to do that now. I'm going to do that now where I slip the first stitch so it's easier to sew together later. Because this edge is, in case anybody's unfamiliar with selvage edges, I don't know if that's the case, but this edge is like, it's fine, but it's going to be a little annoying to sew together. Versus
that nice clean edge.
Versus this edge, if I can get it to line up straight. Versus this edge where it looks like it has nice knit stitches all down the edge. That's going to be so much nicer to sew together.
Yes, it is.
The magic of slipping the first stitch.
Oh yeah.
So I'm going to remember to do that now. I'm going to blame the fact that it was late and I was watching a stupid movie.
Sure, that works for me.
And I just didn't think about it.
I'm not going to tell you no. I'm not going to tell you no.
I was maybe watching The Devil Wears Prada at like 1 a.m. last night.
Oh my god.
I'm not thinking about selvage edges.
I was trying to sleep at that point in my day. Alrighty then.
I made the mistake of having caffeine way too late in the day, so a late night movie was warranted.
Fair enough. No, since Wednesday, I have done 2 4 and a bit hour streams on Twitch, one check-in with Louise, which is about an hour and a half-ish. You and I were on Saturday for Patreon members at 3rd tier and up for like what, an hour-ish?
Yeah.
D&D Saturday evening for about 4 hours. And I've been on and off video call since about 9 a.m. this morning. I had about an hour and a half break from like 10:30 to noon. So I've done all that plus 3 hours of editing plus the projects. And I talked to my mom. So this was a weekend off.
It's a lot of knitting. It's a lot of knitting time.
A lot of knitting time. All right, I have been making progress on my sock. This is sock number 2. It is being made out of Enterprise Bingo, which is a sock club colorway yarn from Erin of Fireweed Fiber Co. Can you tell I like Erin's yarn? I like it a lot. I'm currently mid-row, so I'm about it while I finish off my row I'm working on. It's nothing fancy. It's toe up. It's vanilla. I have a mock short row garter stitch heel that I like to do. So that's the heel I did. I finished the foot last week. I was into the heel. I am now past the heel and making my way up the leg of the sock. These are 2 full-sized socks when I'm finished with them, which will be really nice to be done. If I can get this sock done in April, and guys, I could put it down and ignore it for the next 6 months. There's always the possibility that happens. However, we're going to pretend that I will get this done before the end of April, which would then count for the April sock challenge from the Fiber Friends. So, joy of joys. Here we go. I'm done my row. We got a sock. We got a pocket where our heel exists. Look, it's a heel.
Nice.
Leg. And now we're just working our way up the leg, which means I have to knit the foot of the sock pretty much twice. Not a full foot, but most of a foot. So, you know, I got a ways of rounding knitting to go. But that's okay. I have podcasts to catch up on. I've fallen behind on Betwixt the Sheets and After Dark, Medieval. Though I'm not behind on the Ancients or not just the Tudors, so that tells you where my listening happened. Oopsies. However, it's nice. It's simple. It travels. It does appointments. It does video calls. It does phone. It does. It's 2 a.m. and I shouldn't be on electronics, so I'm not allowed to be on electronics. Knitting in the round, which should put you to sleep at some point.
In theory.
But it did not. It's okay, fine, whatever. What do I know? I know nothing. But there we go. Which would be amazing, because if I got the socks done, that means I'm done 2 pairs of socks in a quarter. When is the last time I finished 2 pairs of socks in a quarter?
Roughly never?
Never, sir. So there we go. That's what we're working on while we chat here today as well, too. I know, I might have an FO next week. Could I do an FO for next week? Maybe.
Hello in chat to Donna.
Hello.
And Susanna says that she's still working on the blankets I was working on earlier today.
Fair enough. Yeah, Susanna was on the Zoom call earlier today with me. It was lovely. It was very nice to chat with everybody again. Fair enough. I would have been if I could have been. I hate insomnia nights so much.
Yeah, those are no good.
Just not fun. They're just not fun. All right, my dear, you're up because I've only got the fail along and whip it or rip it left.
All right, well, it's time for fail along then.
I lied. There's Louise's check-in, which happened on Friday.
All right, well, I'm going to talk about my last thing, which is the fail along that we live streamed yesterday for Patreon members 3rd tier and up. We were doing mystery patterns.
We sure were.
Mystery vintage patterns. So your niece went through and removed all of the very telling information in a vintage pattern and left just the critical instructions.
We had help. We had help removing stuff that we weren't supposed to know. And I have a collection of patterns, just numbers. Just numbers.
So we got the bare bones instructions and set out making something. So it called for cotton crochet thread held double. So I had a white and a rainbow. So I have this bit of knitting. It is wedge shaped.
So I keep hearing a sound.
And seed stitch. And that's about the extent of my knowledge. Later in the pattern talks about gussets and handles. I'm guessing bag.
We're thinking bag.
What style of bag? Not a clue. I have no idea what it's going to look like, but I'm thinking bag. But at the moment, I have this lovely marled rainbow thingy going on.
I really love how yours is turning out. It looks so good.
It's very fun. It looks great. And the pattern also called for 3mm needles, and I realized I had mislabeled these needles way back when I had sized them and put a little masking tape marker on them. They are size 11 UK needles, which I checked this morning, and that is in fact a 3mm needle. So I'm even doing this on the right size needle. I thought I was off by like a half size or something, but I'm not. I am bang on the right size of needle.
Bang on there, okay.
So I've got another 26 rows to knit without increases, and then 13 more rows to knit with decreases so that it's a mirrored thing. And then needs to be a second one, and then handles.
The assembly instructions make no sense at all.
Yeah, the assembly instructions are like, I need to have the pieces, and there's something about buttons. I think there's buttonholes in there somewhere. I don't know. I do not know.
I read in my mic. What now? Whatchamacallit? I was like, hopefully you make sense once I have all the pieces put together.
Anyway, this is an enjoyable little knit right now, so I'm going to carry on with that.
We'll find out. We will find out. It was good.
I'm just hoping I have enough of this. I think I do. Because when I was looking up the pattern, or the yarn that the pattern called for, I believe it came in much smaller balls, like 50-gram balls or something, and these are... I'm using Aunt Lydia's crochet cotton, which comes in... I don't know. It's 350 yards, though.
I have no idea. I don't own any Aunt Lydia's crochet cotton. I roughly estimated a 3mm needle and relatively tight gauge with crochet cotton held double was about fingering, so I just picked a fingering out of the collection.
Entirely reasonable, and I'm sure it's going to work just fine. So what does yours look like?
Oh, wait, let me grab mine. There is no space on this desk. I am far... Sock, why'd you fall down? I'm behind. I'm not as far ahead as Diana is, but that's okay. We have
so going purple. On here.
Purple. I did stop in the middle of the row because I'm different increases, so I don't want to lose track of the seed stitch patterning. And because it's knit one, purl one, I can just stop and then I can take a look at where I'm supposed to be because I can't read the stitches, obviously. In a fingering weight, I can't read the stitches. So these are my Granny's 3mm needles. They came out of the antique knitting needle holder. So they got here the old-fashioned way. Very, very long, slow time travel process. I do want to hopefully get some more work done this week, so... But I definitely got that done. The good news is, talking about the check-in knitting is very, very quick and easy because I, like Louise, neither one of us picked up our projects for last month. We looked at them. We moved them around. We didn't work on them at all. So that went well. That went great.
Jude says space on desks is overrated, by the way.
Oh my god. I gotta somehow find a way to get a second. No idea how I'm gonna. That's a problem for future Jocelyn. I need a second TV.
Yeah, not sure how you're going to fit a whole second TV on that desk. It's not that big.
I have no idea. It's not that big. It's not that. So I'm going to have to figure that out. The answer might be buying another secondary small desk just to have space for everything.
May I recommend a multi-armed monitor stand that can clamp to the back of the desk, and then you can move the monitors and they can like hang off the edge and stuff.
Yeah, I definitely don't like the wall-mounted stuff. I never have, but mounting something to the desk, that'd be fine. Like the boom arm for the microphones mounted to the desk, that's fine.
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of the wall mount ones. Maybe I'll take a look at them. First, I need to finish creating a full desktop in Linux, and then I need to transfer over all of my files from Windows over to the Linux system, and then I need to wipe the Windows and reinstall the Linux on the tower that's mine. I'm basically building a Linux system from, yeah. I'm volunteered for way too much extra work this year is what I've done. That's what I've done to myself. We'll muddle through. We'll make it through. Because I had done no work, Louise had done no work. That's easy. I've got nothing to show you. I didn't do anything on it. This month, everybody voted, and I am working on my second go round of the Choose Your Own Adventure sweater. Diana has her hardcore deadline, so she better be working on it, because that deadline's coming real fast. Real fast.
What deadline was that again? I didn't write it down. I'm going to write it down now. I know it was not this month.
We're handing it out to testers at the beginning of June.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah, you are very quickly running out of time to finish your stuff. So that's going on. This version that I do, because I a pattern twice whenever I can, it lets me follow the pattern instructions, which then lets me catch a lot of the mistakes or gaps that I've put in of my own accord when I'm writing initially. So it is a stage in the process. I have nothing to show you because the yarn is but it's not cast on. So I'm literally starting from the top of the ribbing right now. And it's secret till the end of the month, which is fine because we'll be calling for testers in early June. So much to do, but I want that off my plate and out into the wide world. So she needs to be done. That's it. I just have failed along. I swear I've run out of things to talk about.
I guess it's time for Whip It or Rip It.
It sure is.
Oh, should we put up polls that people can vote on while we're talking about how we did this week?
Good idea. Would you like to go first or second?
I can go first, I guess.
Sure, that works.
All right.
Cool. Who's talking first? We need to know what we're voting on, and then we can hear about how you did.
One moment, Diana's Whip It. I can't spell. Or Rip It.
It's always a good sign when you have to do 3 letters and they don't come out right. And you're like,
you know,
cool. Okay.
Something about, well, because Whip has to be capitalized and Rip is only title case. And that just messes me up every time. It's really hard for some reason. I can't explain it.
You've seen me type enough messages. You know how much I cannot word the or and.
Hey, those are challenging words.
Every freaking time I get them wrong. Polysaur dinosaur? No problem. Spelled it correctly. Computer didn't get angry at me. Couldn't do THE. It's always TEH.
Just had this moment of panic, like, did I do the same cast on in the front and the back? Not that it super matters on my sweater. And I'm like, did I do the same cast on? Gosh, I hope I did. I'm 90% sure that I did.
Okay.
I'm going to be very upset if I realize I didn't. Anyway.
I really hope you did too, because that would just be
I'm going to have to examine this. Otherwise, I have to rip out these 2 inches of ripping and I'll be very upset with myself.
I mean, I wouldn't, but okay. And if anybody asked, it would be so that I know which way's front.
So I'm going to say, because we go for about 4 inches, so I'm going to say finish the ribbing and 2 inches of body on the sweater.
2 to 4 inches.
Yeah.
Depending on our week. We don't really have a lot on this week. I mean, I do, but it's just a crazy month for me. But it's April, which means like end of April, I have some magazine submissions to have off by the.
So I'm gonna say the vintage pullover.
Mm-hmm.
Working on the front panel. which may involve ripping out 2 inches of ribbing. So I'm going to say finish the ribbing, which is 2 inches, and then 2 inches of body.
That's fair.
Which is 4 inches if I've done the cast on correctly, and 6 inches if I have not.
For sure. It's your goal. You set it as you see fit.
And then my other thing was I was inspired by blankets, and I forgot to pull it out. 1 second. 1 second. I forgot to pull it. I was gonna.
It is still blanket season. Not quite made it to super warm, though. We'll be 6 months to Halloween as of May.
Let's just no. My other thing, now that I've buried it in bits and pieces, hang on, where's the actual blanket? I buried it in all the scraps. There's a blanket in here somewhere.
Is it your Pearl Soho blanket?
No, that was the Whip It or Rip It for this one. This, the one that I'm going to put up this time is my DK and worsted weight scraps blanket, the 10-stitch blanket that spirals out.
We haven't seen that one in an age.
Yeah, so I'm going to say how much is left on this color? Oh, I don't know. I'm going to say finish this color.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Finish this color and do 1 more color in its entirety. There being a great many colors in here. I may pick one of the smaller ones. But yeah, you know, something like this.
Yeah.
To like knit that much.
Yeah, about the same size as the white or small.
Yeah. So that's what we'll do on that one. 2 colors. Okay. 2 colors on the 10-stitch blanket.
10-stitch blanket.
Or 4 inches on the classic pullover.
Okay. I'm going to have to think about my vote here. There's no brains.
Start poll.
People talk about having no spoons. I have no cutlery. I don't even have knives.
Oh, I know, right? Some days there's nothing. There's nothing in the cutlery drawer. Just a few crumbs.
I am so pretty today.
No thoughts, just vibes.
Just vibes. There's
no thoughts, just vibes.
No thoughts, just vibes.
I hit those days frequently on Wednesday nights with the dancing,
fair.
And there's like, I can't find the beat of this song. We're gonna go on vibes. Pure musicality, because I can't hear the beat for some reason.
That's fair. If you guys are enjoying the stream, if you like button, that would be freaking amazing. It is so helpful. It is scary. Have you seen how much it helps when the like button gets hit? I'm just like, this makes no sense. But okay. It also means like I've become very conscientious about hitting the like button watching videos. I am way more consistent about it now. No, you do a thing. Push the button.
It also improves like your home feed like so much.
Oh, it improves so much. So I'm just okay. I get it. I have seen the light. I am converted. I am now a thumbs up, hit the like button kind of person.
Should talk about how I did this.
Okay. Yes, you should.
I should.
Or I'm going to start talking about Max Miller's oldest dessert that he made.
Okay, one moment.
Tasting history.
I would like to have this conversation, but one moment. Okay, so my goal for last week was 8 stripes on the Incredible blanket by Pearl Soho. That's the fingering weight stripey one. Also, hello in chat to Mary. And Jude says, some days are just chasing your tail days. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, God.
All right, so I said 8 rows. And then I had a little bit of extra time. So I did 9 rows.
That's fine. We need to get a lot more rows before you have blankets. So I'm happy for any additional rows.
Ta-da! I did the goal. I did the thing.
Yeah. Good.
I love it still so much.
You made progress.
It's fantastic.
I don't know where your progress keeper is in there.
It kind of blends. It's here. It's attached to this green row. So this green row is where I was last time, and then I've done all these rows since. I'm
so glad you're
realizing this multicolored progress keeper is not the best thing on this very multicolored blanket.
Possibly not.
Oh well.
But the blanket looks great.
Doesn't it?
I love it so much. So good. So good. I am never going to make one. Just as point record. It's pretty, but it doesn't catch my attention.
I'm absolutely stealing this for a sweater pattern one day. I have sweater thoughts percolating.
Sure, absolutely. Once you're finished the Choose Your Own Adventure.
Yeah. Future sweater thoughts.
Okay. I'll test it for you. The
next sweater. So, that is not getting ripped. I whipped it. It's not ripping. Haha.
Haha?
Haha.
Sure, I guess.
All right, how long have we had? Okay, I'm gonna give everybody, let's see, 2 more minutes for the poll, because it's been up for about 3 minutes. So if you would like to vote on the poll, do so within the next, 90 seconds.
So Max Miller on Tasting History was looking at, the oldest known dessert. We can't say it's a recipe because what we have is a grocery receipt.
Oh, I think I watched that one. It was something about dates and pistachios.
Dates and pistachios. So
honestly, it sounds so good.
It. I mean, and he said you could just make it with the dates and the pistachios. It's quite tasty. But he took a look at the other desserts, modern versions of the dessert, and he figured that what probably had happened, and which makes sense, I'm with him on this theory, is that the person making, and I can't pronounce it, so it's not coming out of my face today, making the dessert was like, oh, well, I have the flour and I have the other honey and I've got the eggs and stuff at home, but I'm missing dates and pistachios. So what we have is a receipt for a minute run to the grocery store baked, which makes so much sense. Because why would a dessert for a king only be 2 ingredients? It wouldn't. It just wouldn't. Yeah, no, we're talking the guy next door. Yeah, okay, fine, totally. I would absolutely buy that. Yeah, that's not a problem. The scribe working for the king? Yeah, no, absolutely. That makes total sense. The king, his desserts are going to be fancy. Even 4,000 years ago, their desserts would have been fancier. The man employed several people to make this dessert. It's not just dates and pistachios. It's not just dates and pistachios. But I could see a head cook going, yeah, crap, we're out of dates and pistachios. Somebody go buy the things we need. So I watched it and I was like, I think I might want to make that. I don't think I would use the specific type of ancient ingredient he used. I'd probably use barley instead, because I can make barley flour here at home, right? It's just barley put through the food processor. However, while I have barley and dates, I don't have any pistachios. It's not happening right now, but I feel like that might be a fun experimental Tuesday at some point.
Definitely.
So I'm probably going to do it. He has just the most delightful concepts of history. I just like watching his stuff. I like watching his stuff. Mind you, I also like watching that gentleman on Instagram Reels. The one who does eggies.
Oh,
never remember his name.
Dylan something.
Is it Dylan?
Yeah.
I just
yeah. He does the vintage American recipes.
Modern 20th century recipe. I love his reels. I love just tickles me pink. It's just delightful. All right. Did I talk long enough for the poll to close?
Yes.
There's no spoons, there's no forks, there's barely Jocelyn. English is a dream.
Excuse me.
I'm starting to concave on myself. I just kind of want to lie down. I'm so tired.
We'll go fast. Okay. Also saying we need a serious rip it soon. Oh, okay. We need ambitious goals. Well, and Raspberry popped in to say hi. I've been watching for a bit, but doing the dishes. I made chocolate waffles for the teens that slept over and also made banana ones for me. That sounds fantastic.
Nice. That's amazing.
Right, I'm going to wrap up this
totally
poll.
Fair.
And the winner
if you've got teens visiting, you'll have lots of dishes.
The winner for me is the 10-stitch blanket.
Ooh, we got a finished white and a second color.
Yep. I'm going to write that down. on this sticky note here that I stick to my monitor so I see it every day.
You don't do what I do, which is panic and watch back last week's episode about the middle of the week and go, what was I working on?
No, no, I've learned not to do that. I have done that. And I don't like panicking, so I'm going to write a sticky note that I stick to my monitor. 10-stitch blanket, 2 colors. There we go.
It's only a problem when we do lives. When we do recordings, I edit the recording, and it takes anywhere from like 3 to 5 hours to edit us down to something reasonable. So I've seen our Whip It and Rip It progress 3-4 times. So I know what it is I'm working on most weeks. It's just this first week of the month.
See, like, I don't get the edited video that we make on like Friday. I don't get it until like Sunday or Monday, which leaves me with very little time.
It's totally fair.
So I have to write it down.
That's right. Somebody is stomping around downstairs. Okay. My Whip It and Rip It poll, if we're ready.
We are ready.
I want to either have one piece done on the mystery knit, because it's not a lot of knitting. It's not a lot. Or do I finish the Enterprise bingo sock? Also requested larger goals. There you go. And I mean, technically I have all week because we won't until Friday-ish.
Okay.
Which I need to talk to you about.
Started.
I need to talk to you about our recording day.
Okay.
It's fine. It's fine. I want to stream Monday through Fridays.
Okay.
But we record in the middle of my streaming schedule.
So you would like to move that?
Yes, because it's not like I can just move streaming to later, because every other Friday, no, pretty much every Friday, I'm on a Discord or Zoom call in the evening. So it's not like I could just stream in the evening instead.
Fair.
I'm already
to
committed to other
totally
things.
Move that. We are flexible in that way.
Perhaps Diana will let me. I'll be the one making the schedule change. That's weird.
You are allowed to do that.
How often are we changing the schedule for me? Not that often. All right. I was to be working on my mitten pattern, which I have here at the desk, which is just 2 balls of yarn, and they're both attached, and it's a problem for me. Because they're not in yarn balls. Where'd the other ball go? There it is. Oh, God, something fell over. I have too much on this desk, people. Too much on this. When I got
so
this desk,
was your Whip It or Rip It for last week? I don't remember. Week before, whatever. It's been like 2 weeks. I don't remember things.
It has been. It was my fingerless mitten pattern that I'm working on. So right. I am making a 2-colored fingerless mitten pattern, one out of a nice gray vintage DK from Barocco, and the other one, the January Club colorway from Erin of Fireweed Fabrico, and it is the Jeep from Jurassic Park. Do I remember the very lovely colorway name she has? No. No, that would require more intelligence than I own most of the time. And Asa gets her wish. Not because I didn't make my progress, because I made my progress, but because I effed up my own pattern and I dropped a stitch somewhere and it slipped down to the ribbing.
Oh no.
It hit around my thumb gusset. So yeah. Even though I made my progress, I still have to rip because I really mucked up my own pattern. That's not.
Oh no.
So here we go.
Everybody prepare for carnage.
So Asa gets her carnage for very legitimate reasons. Sometimes when you're designing, you have to rip things. In this case, I absolutely dropped a stitch somewhere in and around the thumb gusset and did not realize it, and it obviously fallen down all to the ribbing. And I can't just rescue stitches and pull them up. That's not an option for me. I don't have the vision to do that. A very short cord needle, which is really good when you're doing small circular work or when you need to have stitches on hold. I found this kind of needle great for both of those.
That's such a cute little needle.
Pull out our. It's so handy. Handy when you're just doing small projects. Handy when you need to put some stitches on hold. Super flexible. So I'm super happy I have them. Find them so freaking useful. It's kind of crazy. All right, here we go. On screen, out they come.
Needles out.
Free. Needles out. Now I'm carrying my yarn up the side, so it adds a little bit of complexity when I'm working on it, but that's okay. The pattern's coming along nicely. As you guys can see, I just absolutely effed up this top row. Absolutely. I was supposed to have a knit gray before I did my yarn overs. But if I pull it out and stretch it, you guys can sort of start to see what's coming along.
I do love that texture. That looks great.
It's just a slip stitch texture. Nothing complex. And I absolutely have a dropped run stitch because it's run long enough that I'm able to feel that I've dropped it. I'm going to sit here and rip this. That's where we're at today.
Sad.
So we'll have to start that again. It's not too bad. It's only the third time I've started this, and I usually have to start 3 or 4 times when I'm designing, so we're not doing too bad. However, it does mean Asa gets her carnage.
Also says picking up a stitch for that many rows will not be any good, so ripping will happen here as well if a stitch dropped all the way down.
Yeah, like, and it's just, and it won't look good in photos, and it won't look good for things. So I'm like, no, we can't do that.
Also, people have about 1.5 minutes left to vote in the poll if you want to do that.
Cool. Why not? I need an extra set of hands.
So says the most fun rip was when Diana was in LA. She was so shocked. It was San Francisco, but yes, I needed my emotional support croissant.
She was not prepared.
There was most of a sweater there. I was not expecting that.
Yes, yes, there was. Yes, there was. Whoopsies, smack needles on the floor. So while I sit here quietly unwinding yarn, I mean, the good news is that I've been writing the pattern as I go, so now I can sort of do my second test knit, where I just follow the pattern instructions. So that helps. It means I'll be closer to test knitters. It'll be lovely. Oh, my. And it's DK, it's not like it takes.
No, they're pretty quick.
Yeah, it doesn't take too terribly long. I don't even mind the 1x1 ribbing. It's harder for me to mess up 1x1 ribbing than it is for me 2x2 ribbing. I'm excited to see what they think I should do this week, if I should finish a sock or get one piece of the mystery done.
I'll let you know in just a moment. Nikki says hi in chat, and also says I need a small project for summer, so I guess that means hurry up and finish that design.
Also wants many things from me, all at the same time, also while I'm farming on Start. So Asa's demands are lengthy. They're lengthy. I'm aware of them. I made her a moderator on the Twitch channel. She's enjoying the power.
All right, I'm going to close this here poll down. You have a very clear winner. Mine was only like 50-something%. Yours is very clear.
Okay.
You are very clearly with 71% going to finish the socks.
Oh, wow. Okay. We're making
people want to see finished socks.
Okay.
The people have spoken.
That means the people have spoken. It would make 2 pairs in less than 2 months from finish to finish. Because you think about it, I finished those peppermint snap ones from Ginger Snap that in the new year. We're almost done. We're down to the ribbing now.
It also says sock or socks. It's the second sock of the pair, right, that you're working on?
It's the second sock of the pair, yeah. So it will be a finished pair.
Yes, finish 1 sock to make a finished pair of socks. In the meantime, I need a word for my unscripted Patreon ad.
Oh, you do?
So if people want to throw some random words for me to improv into an ad into chat, we'll keep talking for another couple minutes, and then we'll do some ads and wrap up so that you can go nap.
Oh my god, I'm so tired. I started winding the yarn for the brioche ripple shawl. It's still like a week or two away. 7 skeins. 2 of them are lace. I got the 2 lace weight balls of yarn wound up. That's as far as we got.
It's too much.
I still have 5 balls of fingering weight yarn to wind. Then I can get started on that. Though, now that the couch is done, I really need to get started on the Polysaur dinosaur. Because I don't have safety eyeballs.
It's too much. Much
so
too
no
much.
Emotional support dumpster fire for me now. And yes, we should talk about the ducky name thing. So, the ducky name has been delayed. All right. 2 balls of yarn. Here they are.
So unraveled.
All unraveled. And I have a sock to work on. There we go. Drop needles. Armrest, you are a problem.
Oh man, I'm getting the weirdest assortment of words for this ad.
I'm too tall. My chair's too high from the floor. Can't reach floor. Mom,
why are you putting stuff
watching,
on the floor?
Don't call me. I want to have a nap. Put stuff on the floor. It fell down. Obviously, if Mom's not watching and she, then it doesn't matter. But if Mom's watching, don't phone. I go sleep. I hope. Even if I just lie down for like an hour or 2, close that help. It'll help. All right.
All right, shall we do this unscripted Patreon ad?
You have your assortment of crazy words. Let's do a thing.
I have an assortment of crazy words. I have dinosaur farming, cheese, and plantain. So, with that in mind,
that last one's out there.
You know, I've never eaten a plantain, so I have no idea. I know it looks like a banana. That's the extent of my knowledge. Looks like a banana, but doesn't taste like a banana. The most disappointing thing to accidentally buy, apparently.
Yeah, because if it looks like a banana, but it's not a banana, that would be a thing.
It'd be a very disappointing banana.
I know.
Okay. If you would like to financially support these shenanigans, you can do so at patreon.com/northernitspodcast. Any level of support gets you access to our patron-only Discord server, where we talk about all manner of things.
Yeah, we talked about how Karen accidentally fell down and bought
a which one?
Karen went to go buy some linen to make a sweater pattern that she wanted to make. But some ingenious employee at the knitting store put the cashmere blend up front.
Oh, I see.
So some of the cashmere may have come home. And I'm like, my God, I hope that employee gets like employee of the month for that choice. Good for them, because that is excellent marketing. Excellent marketing right there. We talk about a lot of things.
I'm actually going to roll into the YouTube memberships are back up and working, as a few of you have discovered. Thank you so much. So I will be rolling out all of the Stardew Valley videos that we have in the tank over the next month.
We're starting a new farm.
Yeah.
We're going to start
do mods. Yeah. It'll be great. I'm going to do some dinosaur farming. Now that I know that that's a thing.
It has dinosaurs.
I know. I need dinosaurs. I need a dinosaur farm. I need to speedrun a dinosaur farm.
I have over 1,000 hours, and I don't have a dinosaur farm.
And also, if people are Patreon members, then they get weekly, bi-weekly Experimental Tuesdays. I've forgotten the cadence of that.
They get out as often as I can get them out. I've got like 3 or 4 sitting in the queue that I need to finish editing.
But Experimental Tuesdays may or may not contain cheese and plantains. Actually, they probably don't contain cheese for you. They may contain vegan cheese. No. Vegan cheese?
Yeah.
Maybe plantains? I don't know if you'd ever do
possibly
a plantain.
Plantains. I haven't.
I don't know if
yet,
vegan cheese and plantains go
together,
together, but it sounds very experimental.
Maybe I learned how to make my own cashew-based cheese.
I did that once for cheesecake. It worked out pretty well.
Yeah.
I did I made a homemade cashew-based cream cheese. It was all right.
I keep looking at the homemade coconut yogurts.
Interesting.
But that's because, hot take, I think Greek yogurt's gross. And I can't have the lactose
Greek yogurt, so I will not hear your
That's fine.
I will not hear your complaints about Greek yogurt.
Your enjoyment of strawberries. You're allowed to be wrong. That's totally fine. I don't have an issue with this.
Don't understand the hate for strawberries. Supermarket strawberries.
It's okay.
Supermarket strawberries are mediocre at best. Wild strawberries are amazing.
Nobody gets it. Nobody gets it. And that's totally. I'm not really a huge berry fan, so that I have a very narrow list of berries that I will eat is pretty much berries. How you should look at it. Rather than being that I hate strawberries, is I am not a berry person. So like I'll eat berries, but I'm really picky about it because
a significant percentage of my molecular composition is berries at any given
berries.
Point. It's like my main fruit is berries. Frozen berries.
I'm not a fruit person. Like I'll eat pineapple. I'll eat
I don't
apples.
really like pineapple.
I'll eat bananas. I'll eat brown pears, not green pears. But I'm also
pears are all right.
I don't like green grapes. I only eat red grapes.
Grapes are fine.
I know I don't make sense. But berries, no. I never once look at fresh berries or picked berries or farm and think to myself, berries. I mean, you want me to have a Saskatoon berry crumble? Yeah, I'll do that. I like Saskatoon berries. But I don't go looking for it. Does that make sense?
I mean, I guess. I still think you're wrong, but that's okay.
You're not alone. You're not alone. It's fine. But I do want to try making some coconut-based yogurts because I like coconut milk. I like coconut cream. I like the coconut-based sour creams I make. So I want to see if I can make a coconut-based yogurt because I've had coconut-based yogurt and it's as close to yogurt as I've ever gotten since I've had to stop eating the yogurt. Mostly because
how coconut does it taste?
It's not really that coconut. Not by the time you're done. Adding everything, yeah, because I make a vanilla yogurt. I don't
love the flavor of coconut. I'm very meh about the flavor of coconut.
That's fair. It is a very distinctive flavor. That's totally fine. I find once all the other stuff has gone in and the vanilla's gone in and the other, I don't taste the coconut anymore.
Yeah, like straight coconut is coconut as an ingredient, so all right.
That's fair. So I've done some experimenting with sour cream, but I had a coconut yogurt once that I liked. And I have yet to find a decent lactose-free yogurt that doesn't have corn in it.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
And that's the trick, right? It has to not have corn. Like
in North America, yeah. Good luck.
My God. Ridiculous. I also absolutely, totally think the Daiya cheese brand should be kicked off the side of the planet. I wish we never had to look at the stuff. Because it's gross. It's all gross. What little of it I could have was disgusting.
No, unfortunate.
Yeah, it's I've had way better. But then again, it's like mom and dad come down to visit, or I go up to visit mom and dad, and like the one thing I really want to do above everything else is go to Sobeys because I don't go to Sobeys on my own. I don't live near a Sobeys, and Sobeys carries a vegan meat brand where there's no corn in any of the options we've looked at. There has been no, Jocelyn can't have this one, so we won't get it. It's, no, all the ones we looked at, you can have all of them. Then I have to make a choice.
The privilege of having a choice in things where you don't normally get choice is such a good day.
It's not like it's not vegetables. It's not the basic food ingredients. It's a pre-made food item. I never have choices in pre-made food items. We get tickled pink when we find something I can eat that comes out of a box or a can that isn't chickpeas.
Yeah.
What? What do you mean I have choices?
I do.
So confused.
Not food related, but I do understand the joy of having a choice in an area where you don't normally have a choice. It's a glorious day.
It's huge, right? It's such a big deal. It's such a big deal. So it's fine. Just fine. We'll make it work. But yes, no, we definitely have things. We do have an epic Patreon Enoch coming up next month, don't we? Yeah, May is our epic one.
I believe so,
we invite everybody in. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the last Saturday, Sunday? I don't remember.
Second last Saturday, I believe, in May. No, wait, dates in May are up in the air because you and I have got things going on, and it's changed since we wrote the schedule.
Okay, I'm not going to say dates then.
No,
but
let's not say dates because you and I took a look at it earlier and went, oh, okay, we need to do some jiggering.
Yes, because you're at a fiber festival one weekend, and I'm potentially at another dance competition.
I believe it's May long weekend. I don't know which 2 days for the May long weekend. Hank and Pearl are off to a show, so they asked Tristan and Aaron of Fireweed Fiber Co. if they would like to try out running a brick and mortar store, because it's something they've talked about potentially growing into maybe one day. Why not? Agent Arch has one. Midnight Cravings has one. Like it's a good place to want to grow into if that's what you want to do, right? For their business. So I'm like, that'd be lovely.
Makes total sense.
And I was asked if I wanted to come along, and I of course was like, oh, of course I want to go hang out in a yarn store for 2 days. Hello,
obviously, yeah.
That is my idea of a happy time. I'm down. Let's do it. And retail, which I loved retail when I worked retail. I really did love the industry. So I just don't know which 2 days.
Totally fair. So I may be gone the last weekend in May again. I just have to decide A, if I can afford it, and B, if crossing the border is worth it.
Wow. So they just updated the travel advisory for Canadian people?
Oh, I haven't checked. Is it bad?
I mean, they haven't changed anything, but now they're being a stickler about the rules. So people are getting a little bit up at arms about things that they've always been able to do because now they're just doing them. So like they've, as a Canadian citizen, the American inspection guards, I don't know what they're, Border Patrol, is that what they're called over there?
I think
they've always been allowed to look at your electronics, like go through your phone. It's just now they will go through your phone, where before they didn't really bother that much. They're being very strict about the searches. They're being very strict about what's coming in and what's going out. So, I mean, it's not like you're trying to travel to a war country. Or one where there's like huge human right violation. I'm not going to say that they don't have none, but I'm going to say not huge ones, right? Like countrywide ones. But it's getting a bit trickier to travel, which is fair. We are definitely not in a great diplomatic place right now. So, which always causes everybody who lives on the internet to go, it's not American people. We love American people. I am friends with many Americans. They are delightful humans. Government's a bit of a problem at the moment.
Yes, on an individual basis, Americans on the whole, lovely people.
Fine. Lovely people.
Don't love the government right now.
I got some opinions. They're not all kind. But I have opinions on my own government, and they are also not all kind.
That's entirely reasonable.
I think that's reasonable. So I mean, like, I would check to see how it's going and see whether or not you want to deal with the extra hassle.
Yeah, I'm doing myself to the end of this month to decide.
It's fair. So dates, I'm not sure, but we will get them out to you guys as soon as we can. I do the program schedule. Like, I make sure that goes out. I drive Diana nuts. I think it's like 3 or 4 days before, and I start going, have you checked for next month? Have you checked for next month? Have you checked for next month?
Yes, I'm sorry about this last program schedule. I genuinely did not have 2 brain cells to rub together to answer messages.
To the point where I was like, she doesn't respond before the 1st. I just told her when it was going out. She's committed because she said a week and a half to check now.
Totally fine. I will make sure I check like a week before the end of the month now.
I might find it a bit easier. I might bug you less, which is probably going to be appreciated. Because the end of this month will be, so how's the sweater? How's the sweater? How's the sweater?
Oh, go away with your sweater.
All right, you guys. If you can join us on Patreon, That is amazing. If you join us on YouTube memberships, we are just like this, only talking at each other while we farm, which apparently is delightful to craft to, his background noise. Who knew? The new farm is going to be a bingo challenge style farm, so Diane and I will have our own farms, and we will be racing to see who can fill a bingo card first.
But for the month of April, you'll be getting the backlog of the usual farming.
Yeah. Well,
so starting in May,
Diana learns how to
farm.
mod, and then tries to figure out how to teach me how to mod. So that'll be fun. Hey, I installed Smappy all by myself.
Good.
I'm just struggling with everything else at this point. It's fine. The core thing I really need to work so that mods works great, and that is functioning properly. Now I just have to add other things in. We'll get there. All right. But if that's it, and that's all, and you don't have anything else, we're done. We can do an outro, and I can say bye to chat. I don't know what chat's been doing the whole time.
Talking about berries and dinosaurs.
She's also started playing. She already has dinosaurs in her.
I know. I need dinosaurs.
To be fair, she got it out of a mystery box. She got her dino egg out of a mystery box. That's cheating.
Oh,
I've had dinosaur eggs, and I've had to get them the fashion way by going to the skull caverns and not dying.
That's fair.
And that's hard.
Oh, also, I'm gonna edit and get up my dance competition video today or tomorrow.
Yeah, that'll be really good.
I really need to go grocery shopping today, so probably tomorrow. But yeah, it'll be up in the next day or two.
You put it off. You were supposed to do it yesterday.
I was, and then I didn't. But yeah, next day or two, I'll have that up.
Next day or two? In which case, until I stream on Monday on Twitch, I should probably give you a link so we can add that in, shouldn't I?
I think I've got that in the video description, so I'm not sure.
I have not
I'll check that after.
Fair enough. Guys, I'm going to go to bed, so I'm going to say until next week, I'm Jocelyn.
And I'm Diana.
And no matter where your week takes you, don't forget to craft.